Hello and welcome to the latest video in our Chicago attraction series. This time we are visiting Chicago's world-renowned Field Museum. This is Chicago's Natural History Museum and it goes head-to-head with the American Museum of Natural History in New York. We visited the Field Museum on a freezing cold snowy day in Chicago where heading indoors was a top priority. To help us save time and money, we were using a Go City Chicago pass, and this really helps us get the best out of the city. You can find a full review of this in the description, along with a discount code to save even more. We have a full video review of the pass on its way, so like and subscribe so you know when this video drops. After visiting the Shed Aquarium first thing in the morning, we headed straight next door to the Field Museum to see what was going on inside. We came in via the east entrance and came face to face with a huge silverback gorilla before heading up to the main atrium to meet Maximo the Titanosaur. This is one of the museum's most important exhibits, and the colossal skeleton really is impressive. There's also a herd of African bull elephants and some impressive pterosaurs flying overhead. A good start. The pass included a choice of one of the extra paid exhibits, which was nice, and we chose the Bloodsuckers exhibition. This was pretty awful, but in a good way. The exhibit is focused on all of nature's little bitey things, and was really creepy and unnerving. With live ticks, mosquitoes, leeches and lampreys, the whole exhibit was just a cacophony of icky things. The worst was the constant soundtrack of buzzing mosquitoes that just left you all itchy and creeps out. There was also a homage to vampire bats and how we have morphed them into legend. Overall, it's a highly recommended exhibit. The issues we had with it are all intended and totally part of the fun, so make sure you check it out on your visit. Next up was the Egyptian exhibition. This is not actually that relevant to a natural history museum, as Egypt is very much man-made, but it was pretty incredible and well worth visiting. The Egyptian exhibition is included as part of general entry, along with the rest of the galleries that we feature in this video. The first part of the Egyptian exhibition takes you on a tour of a real Egyptian burial tomb. Some of this is recreated, but large parts are the actual tomb taken from Egypt several decades ago, and that sort of thing was still tolerated. You then head into the Tomb of the Mummies, where you come face to face with several real-life mummies, along with their various burial chambers and sarcophaguses. This is really impressive and quite unnerving, as you are literally looking at deceased people from several thousand years ago. The exhibition then flows into a recreation of an Egyptian village and Egyptian life, which was really impressive. As we said, we are not really sure where the Egyptian exhibition fits into the natural history theme of the Field Museum, but it was really interesting coming face to face with this little piece of Egyptian history, and we suppose we are all part of nature in a way. This is an obvious win over the Natural History Museum in New York, as they do not have an Egyptian exhibit at all. However, the Met's Egyptian exhibit is far superior to this one, in a number of ways, most notably size and scope. It's bigger, and they have more artifacts and more mummies. After this, we then headed to the animal halls. These were really shocking in size and scope of the specimens. They really seem to have an example of every living creature on Earth. The dioramas at the American Museum of Natural History are more intricately curated and impressive, but the sheer quantity of animals on display in the Field Museum really took us back. This did make the halls pretty hard to navigate, as there were just rows and rows of animals. We spent a good while exploring, but really felt we missed a lot still. We loved the man-eating lions of Tsavo and all the intricately recreated habitats on display. The final part of the Field Museum for us was our favourite, and really the reason we came, the Griffin Halls of Evolving Planet, or the Fossil Halls. This was the total opposite of the animal halls and was really well laid out. A journey through the halls takes you on a journey through time, starting at the beginning of known life and slowly progressing as life evolves through its various forms on the planet. Marked along the way are the various extinctions that have taken place, where life practically had to start again. The journey starts off in the primeval seas, before life bursts onto land in the swamps of the Carboniferous era. Through the Permian era, life starts to get bigger as the first dinosaurs start to emerge. After the largest of the extinction events, some 290 million years ago, we finally get to everyone's favourite part, the dinosaurs. These are the most well-known eras, with the Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous epochs producing some incredible creatures, of which the Field Museum is lucky enough to have several specimens. Triceratops, Brachiosaur, Titanosaur, Allosaurus, Stegosaurus and many more. There's so much on display. And we then come to the star exhibit of the Field Museum. Sue. This is the largest and most complete Tyrannosaurus skeleton ever found. She really is an incredible sight, and would have been utterly terrifying as she roamed the plains of the Cretaceous planet. This is probably our favourite museum exhibit of all time. Not only is Sue worth visiting the Field Museum for, she is worth visiting Chicago for. An utterly incredible specimen. After Sue, things naturally go downhill, but only as that is such a high. We still have the amazing Ice Age periods with woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers and giant sloths all represented. Fans of the Ice Age film will love this section. And then the final piece of the puzzle introduces us to the 6th extinction event, and we come face to face with the cause. We get to meet Lucy, one of the earliest humanoids ever found, and get to learn more about how we are destroying the planet. And on this somber note, that was the end of our visit, as we headed out into the driving snow to carry on with our day. Our next stop was the amazing John Hancock Tower to catch a stunning sunset on the observation deck. Make sure you like and subscribe to follow along with that. So bye for now.